you consider yourself an intelligent person, right? You get good grades, solve complex problems at work, learn quickly. But when it comes to money, have you ever made a decision that, looking back, seems completely dumb? Did you buy high out of euphoria, sell low out of panic, spend money you couldn't afford just to impress someone who doesn't even care that much? You're not alone. The shocking truth is that being smart does not protect you from making stupid financial mistakes, and sometimes it even makes it worse. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the secret psychological explanation behind this. I'll reveal the 3 most common mental bugs that sabotage even the brightest minds when money is involved. And most importantly, I'll give you the tools to disable these traps and start making truly intelligent financial decisions, using your intelligence for your benefit. Stay with me. The big mistake is thinking that financial decisions are purely rational, like solving a math equation. They're not. Money is deeply connected to our most primitive emotions: fear of loss, desire for quick gains, the need to belong to the group. Your intelligence, your hardware, might be top of the line, but if your mental software, your cognitive biases, is outdated or full of bugs inherited from evolution, you'll crash at the critical moment, precisely when you need clarity the most. These bugs are mental shortcuts our brain created to make quick decisions and survive on the savannah. But in the modern financial world, complex and full of information, these same shortcuts become dangerous traps. Let's unmask the 3 main ones that are costing you money right now. Bug 1. Loss aversion. The fear that paralyzes. Your brain hates losing, a lot. Studies show that the emotional pain of losing $100 is about twice as strong as the pleasure of gaining the same $100. This imbalance is the loss aversion bias. Example, you have an investment that dropped 10%. Logic, based on your long-term goals, might say to wait for recovery or even buy more at a lower price. But loss aversion screams inside your head, "Danger! Sell now! Save what's left!" And overcome by panic, you sell at the bottom, turning a temporary paper loss into a real, permanent one. Or the even more common scenario, you don't even start investing. The paralyzing fear of the possibility of losing some money in the short term blinds you to the much higher probability of gaining much more in the long term. You stay safe with your money sitting idle, but you lose the chance to build real wealth. The solution? The 48-hour rule plus time zoom out. Felt the financial panic? Bad news? A falling chart? Breathe. Do not make any drastic decisions for 48 hours. Give the dust time to settle and the emotion to dissipate. In the meantime, force yourself to zoom out. Reread your original long-term plan. Look at historical market charts for 10, 20, 30 years, not just the last few days. This calms the primitive amygdala and gives control back to your prefrontal cortex, the intelligent part of your brain. Bug 2. Overconfidence bias. The illusion of the lone genius. Intelligent people, especially those successful in other areas, tend to believe that this intelligence automatically translates to the world of investing. They overestimate their own abilities and underestimate the role of luck and chance. This is the overconfidence bias. Example, you read some news, watch a few videos, maybe even get a prediction right by chance. And then you convince yourself, "I've figured it out. I know which stock will boom." Driven by this confidence, you ignore the most basic principle of risk management, diversification, and put too large a portion of your wealth into a single genius bet. Or you think you're smarter than the market and try to predict the exact time to buy low and sell high, the famous market timing, something that, statistically, almost no one can do consistently. The result? Excessive risk concentration, unnecessary stress, and often losses that could have been avoided with a little more humility. The solution? The internal devil's advocate, plus embrace diversification. For every investment decision that seems obvious or genius, activate your internal devil's advocate. Force yourself to actively research and list 3 to 5 reasons why you might be completely wrong. Read analyses that disagree with your thesis. Talk to someone with an opposing view. And always remember, diversification, investing in different types of assets, sectors, geographies, isn't a crutch for those who don't know what they're doing. It's the intelligent strategy of those who recognize they cannot predict the future with certainty. It's protection against your own arrogance. Bug 3. Anchoring effect. The blinding first impression. Your brain loves shortcuts and reference points. The first piece of numerical information it receives about something, whether it's the original price of a product, the first salary offered, or the all-time high price of a stock, becomes a mental anchor that disproportionately influences all your subsequent evaluations and decisions. This is the powerful anchoring effect. Example, a stock you follow hit $100 in the past, but now, due to problems with the company, it has fallen to $50. Your mind is anchored to the 100 and thinks, wow, it's half price, it's a bargain. You buy based on this comparison to the past, the anchor, without coolly analyzing if the current value of the company truly justifies $50, or if it might even be worth less. The same applies to sales in a store, from $1,000 down to $700, 30% off, that make you buy something you don't need just because the anchor of the original price makes the discount seem unmissable. In negotiations, the first number put on the table often anchors the entire conversation. The solution? Ignore the anchor, plus independent value assessment. Saw a price? Heard an initial offer? Mentally ignore it for a moment. Take a deep breath and make an independent assessment. Ask yourself, how much do I think this is really worth? What is the intrinsic value it delivers to me, regardless of the past price or the initial offer? Research comparable alternatives. Create your own anchor based on real value, not on arbitrary numbers presented to you. Unanchor your mind. Loss aversion, overconfidence, anchoring, these are just a few of the many bugs running silently in the software of your financial mind. Your intelligence gave you a powerful car, a V8 capable of great things, but it's these cognitive biases that are often in the driver's seat, guiding you down dangerous shortcuts, making you accelerate at the wrong time and brake hard when you should keep going. True financial intelligence isn't just measured by IQ or technical knowledge about investments. It's measured primarily by self-awareness, by the ability to understand how your own mind works, to recognize your emotional triggers and biased thinking patterns. It's about installing mental antiviruses, like the rules and hacks we learned today, to protect your decisions from your own human nature. When you master your psychology, you stop being a victim of market traps in your own mind. You start using your intelligence strategically, not just reactively. You build consistently, rationally, and above all, calmly, the financial life you truly desire. You take control of the wheel. Now, the most important step, honest self-analysis. Which of these 3 mental bugs did you identify with most today? The loss aversion that paralyzes you? The overconfidence that makes you take unnecessary risks? Or the anchoring that blinds you to the real value of things? Be honest with yourself. Comment below which one affects you the most and which hack you commit to testing this week. Acknowledging the bug is the fundamental first step to fixing it and putting your intelligence to work for you. If this video brought you clarity and helped you better understand your own financial mind, leave a like, subscribe to Risk of Success for more applied psychology strategies, and share it with that super smart friend who perhaps is also being sabotaged by these biases without realizing it. See you in the next video.